Hey, this is vlog, 315, and my name is So Grimm. I'm going to be starting to post these vlogs on LinkedIn, and I guess what finally pushed me over the edge to do that was just watching a Zach Scriven video a few minutes ago. So I have a few things that I wanted to talk about in this video. This morning I was walking to school. I've been a high school teacher since 2005. And anyway, I was walking to school today listening to, I think, the Gary Vee podcast this morning. And he was talking about fear and blame and creating real life versus zoo animals. And he always is talking about how people are going to get punched in the mouth. And that it hasn't happened yet, so people are soft and that kind of thing. So this isn't so much on that. This is kind of me just running through my thoughts on what Gary used to call the dirt. And the dirt is just taking care of business and not really worried about the process, not being worried about what other people think of you, but just getting into the dirt and taking care of business. As much as he dislikes the American education system at this point, which I can understand all of the things that he says, there are a lot of people that want to be successful in it, and they still value that. And I don't know if this perpetuates the system continuing or what. But what I was thinking is one of the very biggest things that people need to do is to be able to stay organized. And I feel like with being a teacher and helping students who are learning how to handle themselves, one of the biggest things that helps is for them to know their deadlines. And there's my silly computer. To know their deadlines and to make sure that they're working during work times and not using bad coping strategies to handle their fears. I'll ask students a lot of times, why aren't you working on that? What are you avoiding? And they are like, oh yeah, I'm avoiding it. And sometimes we don't realize it. So if you know when your stuff is supposed to be turned in and you work during the times that are set aside for you or that you set aside to work, then that's a really good way to stay organized. The other thing with finding documents that you need to fill out is making sure that your papers can be found right when you need them. So if you spend a lot of time looking for your papers, that's not a very efficient system. The next thing is memorizing. So I'm starting to get under the impression that I know that we're in the information age, and we say that all of the information is easily found and we have devices and everything. Well, schools are still trying to develop their device policies, and a lot of times the information that people need that they might normally look up is not available to them, especially during test time. So memorizing things with making sure that they're studying vocabulary words or other types of concepts is key. And I really have been impressed with the capabilities and the functionality of Quizlet. And I'll just put that out there, is that I think that there's still a necessity to memorize things. And I guess I'll just make this up now. If you don't think so, then try working with somebody who does not have their times tables memorized when they're trying to do geometry. It takes a lot longer and it's inefficient. And so I think that there are certain things that still need to be memorized. The next thing is just doing the work. Most of my students will begin on some things with their worksheets and then they get stuck. And if they can't complete their sheet, they're not always sure exactly what to do. So in order to complete the sheet, you've got to figure out what question to ask. And just a really simple tip is if you're working on a worksheet and you don't know the question you're stuck, just write the question that you have right there in the margin. So identifying the right questions has been something that I've learned over the last 12 years as I've been teaching classes and helping people to articulate their own thoughts. And figuring out the right questions is key. And then if you really want to do well in school, work on every single class, every single day, and turn in every single assignment on time. Whether it's complete or not, sometimes it's just good enough. And the faster you get at that, the better you are. So Anyway, I'm kind of excited to put this on LinkedIn. I've never posted anything to this platform before. I've been doing a daily vlog. This is number 315. All of the rest of them are on YouTube. I'm taking a class as continuation units on social media marketing, and we're in week 3 right now. And so I'm just learning this whole thing, but it's kind of fun. So it'd be cool if somebody wants to comment down below, and I guess I'll just leave it at there. All right, thanks for watching. Salmon for dinner with some sort of pasta.